I'm sensing a pattern going on my channel. Last week we did affordable homes, but this week we are back to doing luxury. Today we are in Valrico, Florida, checking out Crestwood Estates from Homes by Westbay. What is going on YouTube? If you are new to the channel, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. Today, we are checking out some more luxury new construction homes from one of my favorite builders that has been featured on my channel plenty of times before. Homes by Westbay has two models we're gonna get to check out today, and this community has no CDD fees, which is a huge incentive for homes in this price range. Now, I personally like to call Valrico the perfect city for retirement here in Tampa because it is just far enough outside of the city that it's almost a little bit rural, but it's still close enough that if you wanted to go enjoy Tampa and the things it has to offer, then you just have a short commute into the city and you can enjoy those things. However, you're right in between Tampa and Orlando, which if you had a commute to Orlando, this will be perfect for you as well. And you're right next to both I-4 and Highway 75 to head east and west or north and south. If you tuned into the channel a couple weeks ago when I was in Palm Harbor touring the Toll Brothers community Montrose on the PGA Tour golf course, then you know that we have the bar set really high for what luxury homes should be looking like here in Tampa Bay. But Homes by Westbay is one of the reputable luxury home builders in the area, so we're gonna get to check these out and see exactly how they compare to what we saw a couple weeks ago. So this first model we're gonna get to see today is starting in the high 700s. The next one is the low 800s, none of which are gonna be above $1 million. They're all sub $1 million, so a little bit cheaper in price point compared to Montrose at Innisbrook. So without further ado, let's step in and check these out. Rewind. Before we get into the video, I want to preface this as usual by saying I am a licensed agent in the state of Florida. So if you have real estate goals, questions, or dreams about moving to Florida, especially the Tampa Bay area, I would be honored to earn your real estate business and help you make your transition as seamless as possible. So I'm going to drop my contact information on screen so you can get in touch. Okay, so we've just stepped into the Cedar Key 2, and you're greeted by a very nice foyer, but upon arriving in the kitchen, again, following the motif of these massive great rooms that we've been seeing on the channel all year, the kitchen is elongated with this island and then is adjacent to both your living room and dining room, and they've staged it beautifully as Homes by Westbay always does. Now, going to the back off the dining room, you have what stuck out to me, some storage underneath the stairs, and it's inside the primary suite. So almost like your own extra storage space for the owner's suite. You have this huge primary bedroom, and of course, with an ensuite bathroom. And I must say, this has to be the largest ensuite bathroom we've seen on the channel. You have dual vanities, extra long. You have a huge bathtub and a stand-up shower. Homes by Westbay is one of the very few builders that offers both of these in their floor plans, which I absolutely love. Then you have another huge closet, of course, separated by this beam or column here, and you have hers and his being the smaller of the two sides. Now this floor plan is massive, and what I love that they've done with the size is on the opposite side of the living room here, you have this room at the back of the home that they almost have as like a media or entertainment room. They have a stage with a pool table, and then across on the other side of the hall here is a guest bedroom. It's very sizable, has a nice size walk-in closet and then its own guest bathroom here, which you would send guests to should you have them over. Now, another thing that stuck out to me, while you have that private space there, at the very front of the home, you have another bedroom with its own ensuite bathroom that could almost act as like a mother-in-law suite or just a private guest bedroom and bathroom for anyone who wants a little bit more privacy. And then we're gonna head upstairs, and I do wish this was staged, but I must say that this loft is huge, right? Now, you can probably get a better picture of the space when these spaces are staged, but we'll take what we can get. And then at the back of the loft, you have another guest bedroom and guest bathroom. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know I'm a chef. So this kitchen just is like perfect to me. You have so much counter space. And then another thing that really stuck out to me on the end of the kitchen is this huge pantry, right? You see they've got the snacks, right? And then you didn't see this because we started inside, but this floor plan does come with a 3-car garage. Homes by Westbay typically does install garages, but 3-car is not so typical for some of these builders, which I thought was really cool. And then off to the end here, you have your laundry room. And what I love that they've done is they've put the loft above the garage. So like if you had guests or children, they wouldn't really make too much noise because no one's spending time in the garage. And then your laundry room is off to the end of the home. Again, not making too much noise, but easily accessible from inside the home or if you were to come home through the garage. All right, so we're in the Key West 2, and unfortunately this model is not staged. So it's a little heartbreaking. I'm gonna save you guys the aesthetic tour because you can't really get a great picture of how the space is used without it being staged. So I'm gonna flip the camera around, just give you a POV tour while I talk through the floor plan a little bit and get you guys an image of the home that way. All right, so upon entry, you have a grand foyer. To the right is your office with glass French doors, and then your HVAC storage is there. And to the left here, you have 2 guest bedrooms, a guest bathroom, and the other bedrooms there. Now, enter here, huge kitchen, right? And then opposed to the other one, the pantry is in the corner there instead of down the hallway. Still tons of counter space for those chefs out there. And again, huge, great room, beams running across, very similar to the last model. And then your dining room is on the left here in its own segmented space, unlike the other one. Now at the back here, again, they have this space for what could be a media room or a entertainment room. You have your triple slider and then your porch. And then to the back, you have a guest bathroom with its own access to the patio here. Your primary suite and primary ensuite bathroom. Split sinks, huge walk-in closet. Boom. And then again, both the tub and the shower. Now, one thing that stuck out to me in both floor plans are these double French doors, which almost every room has. And then of course, both floor plans are 2 stories. And here you have the stairs, you have your laundry room with direct access from the garage. This floor plan also has a 3-car garage. And then we're gonna head upstairs. And boom, no loft, but you do have guest bathroom, guest bedroom, and 2 more guest bedrooms. Oh, there's your loft right there. If there's a closet over here, then okay, no closet, so it's not a bedroom, but huge loft area, again, segmented from the rest of the home. This sits above mostly the garage. So again, you're not making a whole lot of noise if your kids or guests wanted to, spend some time and entertain up here. Now I'll have a flip. Boom, I'm back. Now, unfortunately, it's not staged, so not the greatest visual conception of the model, but we're going to take what we can get. Homes by Westbay is a great builder, and sometimes it's nice to see the home without anything in it so you can really see how big it is. All right, y'all, so my mic is about to die, so I'm going to wrap this up as quick as I can. So here in this community, the HOA fee is just $1,000 per quarter, not per month. That would be absolutely insane. And again, as I mentioned earlier in the video, there is no CDD fee here, a huge incentive for luxury homes, especially in this area. So Crestwood Estates is a boutique community. They don't plan on building hundreds of homes like they are in other developments that we featured on the channel this year. So they're not gonna have an amenity center. They don't really have too many features that are gonna stand out within the community. However, like I said earlier, you are in a perfect proximity to downtown Tampa, Tampa International Airport, and you're right near both major highways, I-4 and 75, for commutes to areas down south and if you wanted to head east towards Orlando. So if you have questions about this community or the Tampa Bay area in general, again, I want to let you know I am a licensed agent in the state of Florida. So if you have real estate goals, questions, or dreams of moving to Florida, especially the Tampa Bay area, I would be honored to earn your business and help you make your move as seamless as possible. So I'm going to drop my contact information on screen one more time so you can get in touch. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to go down, like, comment, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for more. Peace.